Hi, it's me. This is Zag, the history dog. We're going to talk about Terry Fox. So today we are doing something a little bit different for a couple reasons. One is that I really want to cover some recent Canadian history. Two, I don't know if this counts as recent, but this is probably the most requested video I've ever gotten. And lastly, I didn't have any ideas for videos last week, so I just straight up asked my audience and they told me what to do. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Anyway, this is Terry Fox and this is me. You might not know who he is, but pretty much every single Canadian does. In fact, when I told my family that I was going to make a video on Terry Fox, my mom said, "You better get started right away because we have to leave in 20 minutes to go to the Terry Fox run." Apparently, this happens every year. It's like clockwork. So who is Terry Fox? Well, Terry Fox was a Canadian athlete and humanitarian. He is most famous for starting the Terry Fox Run, which is the largest one-day fundraiser in the world for cancer research. But he did a lot more than that. He overcame incredible obstacles and inspired all Canadians and honestly all humans with his indomitable spirit. And it's a pleasure to tell his story. Terrence Stanley Fox was born on July 28, 1958 in Winnipeg, Manitoba to a middle-class family. He was a bright, active child with a passion for sports. He played baseball, football, and hockey, and he ran track. He once set a record in high school by running a mile in under 4 minutes and 25 seconds. However, when Terry was 18 years old, he was diagnosed with a rare form of bone cancer called osteosarcoma. This is very rare in children, especially boys, but it can be treated. Normally, the best way to treat it is to cut out the affected bone and replace it with an artificial one. In Terry's case, the tumor was in his right leg, so his fibula was replaced with an artificial one. For a while, things seemed to be going well. Terry even managed to get back to running and playing basketball for his school team at Port Coquitlam Senior Secondary School in Coquitlam, British Columbia. The school would later be renamed Terry Fox Secondary School in his honor. But unfortunately, the cancer returned and Terry's leg had to be amputated above the knee. He was then fitted with an artificial leg, and while he was initially unable to run, he soon became a long-distance runner again. He even went on to play wheelchair basketball for Simon Fraser University, where he was also a distance runner. Terry competed for Canada in the 1979 World Wheelchair Basketball Championships. He captained the national team and won a silver medal. He also won a gold medal at the 1980 Paralympic Games. Terry was truly an inspiration. Despite losing his leg, he refused to let cancer define him, and he accomplished more than most able-bodied people. But this isn't the story of Terry Fox the athlete, it's the story of Terry Fox the humanitarian. While playing basketball, Terry noticed that there were few opportunities for disabled athletes. And while competing at the Paralympic Games in 1978, he learned that there were even fewer opportunities for them to raise money for research. Only 4% of Canadian fundraising went toward research on disabilities. So Terry decided to do something about it. He wanted to find a way to raise money and awareness for cancer research. So he came up with a plan. In 1980, Terry Fox decided to run across Canada to raise money for cancer research. His goal was to run a marathon, 42.2 kilometers or 26.2 miles every day until he reached Vancouver. Along the way, he hoped to raise $1 from each of the 24 million Canadians. He figured that if everyone gave $1, he would raise $24 million. It wasn't an unreasonable goal. Plus, Terry was a great athlete and he had trained for this run. Still, it was extremely ambitious. It had never been done before and it would take a Herculean effort. But Terry was determined to succeed. He began his run on April 12, 1980 in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. At first, he didn't get much attention. Only 2 reporters showed up to cover his departure. But as he continued to run, more and more people began to notice him. On May 2nd, Terry arrived in Halifax and thousands of people lined the streets to cheer him on. By the time he reached Ontario, Terry was a national star. Businessmen, athletes, and politicians wanted to be seen with him. Prime Minister Joe Clark even presented him with a flag that had flown over Parliament Hill. People lined the streets as Terry ran past, waving flags and cheering. The media followed him everywhere, and newspapers covered his run every day. Even children stopped their outdoor activities to watch him go by. There was a sense of pride and excitement across the country as people waited for Terry to reach their town. On July, Terry reached Thunder Bay, Ontario. Unfortunately, this was as far as he could go. The cancer had spread to his lungs and he was too weak to continue. It was devastating, but Terry was still positive. He told the crowd, "I may not be able to finish the marathon of hope, but the marathon of hope will go on forever." And he was right. The Terry Fox Run is held annually in September. Over 60 countries around the world, over 3 million people participate. It's the largest one-day fundraiser in the world for cancer research. As of September 2024, participants have raised over 900 million Canadian dollars for the Terry Fox Research Institute. Terry Fox lost his battle with cancer on June 28, 1981. He was only 22 years old, but in those 22 years, he accomplished more than most people accomplish in a lifetime. He was considered a national hero in Canada. Many schools, hospitals, roads, and parks have been named after him. In 1981, he was named the youngest ever companion of the Order of Canada, the country's highest civilian honor. He also won the Lou Marsh Award as Canada's top sportsman in 1980. He was named Canada's Newsmaker of the Year by the Canadian Press in both 1980 and 1981. To conclude, here is a quote from Terry Fox. "No one should ever have to hear the word cancer and think it's not a battle worth fighting. Thank you for watching." Now we have some fun stuff. First off, I want to say thank you to all of our supporters. You guys are awesome, and this channel wouldn't be possible without you. We also have a way for you to support us. If you want to see your name at the end of videos like this, then become a supporter. It's super easy, and you can do it on our website. Now for the fun facts. Fun fact number 1, Terry Fox was only supposed to raise $1 for every kilometer that he ran. So he thought that if he ran 24,000 kilometers across Canada, he would raise $24,000. However, he ended up raising over $1 million. That's a lot of money. Fun fact number 2, Terry Fox was awarded the Order of Canada, the highest honor in Canada, posthumously. He was only 22 years old when he died. Fun fact number 3, every September, millions of people around the world participate in the Terry Fox Run. This event raises millions of dollars for cancer research. In 2018 alone, over 1 million people participated and they raised over $25 million. If you like this video, then please click the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe. And if you want to see more of Zach, then follow the dog on social media. I'll see you next time.